but part of what I train people to do as resonance therapy practitioners is to pick up on subtle, also big disturbances in the field, and we get rid of them. That's a huge part of this work is, okay, there's this disturbance, let's get rid of it so you have your natural flow back. Okay. And that's probably what you felt more of today, is like you were in natural flow. Which probably felt better than the other junk.
Definitely.
Okay, yeah, a lot brighter. Again, this would not necessarily be a typical first session. Again, this is my second session with Bonnie. So her energy field is asking me, there's some energy on her back that needs to be cleared first before, as a number one priority. So I'm going to figure out how to do that. In resonance therapy, there's about 1 billion tools plus to use to clear up energy, and so I'm going to figure out the best one. If I were doing fast work, and again, not worried about the quote-unquote audience, which I'm probably going to not worry about the audience right now, I'm just going to clear it for you. Okay. You've done a lot of work, and there's no sense in you having to dig through the trash and re-expose yourself to toxins. And so sometimes the fast way to do resonance therapy is to do a lot of clearing for people. But often with resonance therapy, especially in the beginning, people need to be engaged with the work for their deepest, highest good, and so they're doing more things instead of me doing it all. And sometimes we're a team, and sometimes you'll do a piece and I'll do a piece. But mostly we just want you well. So it doesn't really matter what the heck fire we do, it's just you get well, and that's really the priority of resonance therapy, is that the client gets well. I don't care how it's done, as long as it's done. And done with your deepest, highest good in mind, so that you have that flow in the universe. And usually it's a light flow, lighter flow. So there's the back issue, and that needs clearing. We talked last night about some guides helping you. I'm going to help, and your guides are going to help. Well, I clean up the front of you. In resonance therapy, the priority would actually be for me to walk behind you. So I'm going to go ahead and walk behind you and do some clearing back here. Oh my goodness. So, I apologize again to have my back to y'all, or not even being on the screen. However, Bonnie has a whole bunch of stuff on her back that is not clearing and needs to be cleared. It's like it's like past life energy that's back there, and again, it's really impeding your flow for this life. So I'm going to have you scoot forward a little bit so you get to stay on camera. Okay, I stand up behind you and people can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We worked a lot on this area last night up here. So sometimes chiropractors might do adjustments, and we're going to do energy adjustments for your spine. So I'm going to have you lean forward a little bit. Have you been having, oh yeah, you on your notes from yesterday, you had some back stuff going on.
Oh yeah, especially today.
You've had back stuff going on today? The interesting thing with resonance therapy is you don't even have to really talk to people. You'll find things because you're always reading somebody's energy and what the priority is from their energy field. Sometimes the words help, and it helps the work move faster by having words and people telling you what's going on. So there's no reason not to get an oral history. But Bonnie didn't come in and say today her back hurt, but it was definitely one of the things that showed up as one of the first things to clear for her clearing today and her healing. Okay, I'm going to have you sit up straight again. So that position was no longer going to work for her energy flow, kind of like the band on her wrist was impeding her energy flow, so I could tell the energy stopped moving. And again, basically what I'm doing is I'm testing with my hands, doing energy testings to see if there's flow or no flow. Good. You have more energy in your crown chakra now. And the energy coming into your crown. In terms of resonance therapy, the next priority is to get rid of other people's baggage that has been in your space, especially
words that people have said and information that no longer belongs to you. It's like you've been fed information through your crown into this area of your brain that isn't actually your energy. It's not your voice. It's not your truth. So we've got to clean you up. And again, that's actually inhibited some of your voice, your own truest voice.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've got to get rid of that for you so you can think clearly, see clearly, hear clearly. And it be your information versus other people's information. So it's just like garbage, 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 garbage.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to get rid of the garbage. I know a little bit about Bonnie's history too. She's leaving the island tomorrow, and there's some nervousness about leaving the island, which I have to shake off and clear off so I can actually do the healing that's meant to happen. So a lot of what resonance therapy is not to get distracted by distractions and only do the work that truly is in service to somebody's deepest and highest good. So there's an aura of concern about leaving the island. Do you think that's true?
Absolutely true.
So it's like distracting her from the work tonight a little bit. And so I have to get her back in her center so she can be truly in her center. And again, not bogged down with other people's information. Other people's crap. So are you going directly back to Canada?
Mm-hmm. When I'm in a session, again, usually I'm not distracted by other people's energies, which we talked about yesterday. So I'm just making sure that if people do see this video, they can actually see both of us. But normally during a session, it's like, and I'm not really thinking about other people, other things. And that's part of what we train in resonance therapy is how to be in what's called neutral. We're not having any, as the practitioner, I'm not imposing my crud on you. And or anybody else's credit on you, that you get to be your own highest vibration without anybody else's influence. And that usually alone will help somebody spark and fly and grow, just to remove a lot of interference. I feel like work on it. I feel like my head's just floating. So very fruity. Good. So sometimes in resonance therapy, we do about a 3-ring circus. There's about 3 things that I'm doing at one time here. So while I'm doing this one thing, actually about 2 things, I'm going to explain that resonance therapy is not just about clearing garbage, it's also about installing positive energy. So sometimes people need to work on their negative stuff and get rid of the crap. Sorry if any little kids are listening, but hopefully it'll be an okay word. And, because that's what it is. It's essentially all this crud, or crap in the space that needs to be cleared. And if I don't use the right word with Bonnie, the energy that I'm sending won't work. So if I try to use a word that's out of alignment with her energy field, it's not in resonance and it won't break up the stuff that's in her system. So I will try not to swear, especially on TV, YouTube, but sometimes if you don't use the appropriate language, and that's what I teach in class too, of how to use appropriate language to really bust through people's whatever it is, and or help them facilitate their growth. And if you don't use the right words, you're going to be out of alignment and the healing does not happen. So part of learning resonance therapy is to be in resonance in all sorts of ways. Body, mind, spirit. Good. So you're much clearer.